ANA News Kids. This week on the headlines we have the World Cup 2022, the main headlines and semi-finals and finals, the reopening of China, letting go of the rules, as well as the new amazing things that will be happening there according to the Chinese government. Person of the Year 2022, named by Times Magazine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy. In the Hungry for History segment, we are talking about the Nazca lines, which are really mysterious lines in South America. And in the Persona segment, we are talking about Volodymyr Zelenskyy, the Person of the Year 2022. In the Crazy Culture segment, you're going to be learning some amazing facts about the Statue of Liberty. For the subheadlines, we have Croatia entering the Schengen Zone after a vote from the EU. We also have Iran and Russia and their defense partnership, as well as them sharing a new alliance against many other countries. And finally, the Russian bridge in Crimea that they're going to start to rebuild very soon. This week, we are interviewing Deeya Jahajeeah, an amazing person who's in South Africa studying the antiviral properties of soft corals. I really hope you enjoy and learn something new. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment below because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and we're nearly there. Thank you. This week was another very exciting week for the World Cup 2022. There were some interesting matches, but the most interesting one was by far Croatia versus Brazil, where Croatia won. Everyone thought that Brazil was going to win and also maybe win the whole World Cup, but now they've been eliminated. Croatia has a good chance of going into the finals only if they beat Argentina. The next game for the semi-finals will be Croatia versus Argentina, and the other semi-finals will be France versus Morocco. Those will be really interesting matches. Did you know that the finals are on Sunday, 18 December 2022, and the winners of the World Cup will get $42 million, the runner-up team will get $30 million, and the third place will get $27 million. That's a lot of money. The Chinese government finally announced that they're going to be opening their borders and removing some of the quarantine rules. This was a result of the protests that happened all over the country because of the zero COVID rules and restrictions in China that have been going on for more than 2 years since the beginning of the pandemic. Since the whole world opened up, China still stayed under lockdown and strict measures, and very few people could come in the country, and even if they did, they had to have a lot of quarantine. Now the government is breaking away from those rules and have also said that home quarantine is allowed. Hopefully they'll also be removing that soon. They also will be removing the QR code rules, which was a way to get into all public spaces. Now people will be able to roam around freely like they could before the pandemic. This was a really good thing because the protests led to a really great cause in China. Times Magazine named Volodymyr Zelenskyy, the president of Ukraine, as Person of the Year 2022. He was chosen as the Person of the Year 2022 because of his work and because he inspired so many Ukrainians and resisted against the Russian invasion. The Times Person of the Year goes to an event or a person who has had the most influence on the world in the past 12 months. This time the candidates were Xi Jinping, President of China. Also there was Elon Musk, who won last year, Mackenzie Scott, who was the previous wife of Jeff Bezos, and there was Liz Cheney, who was someone in the US government, as well as the US Supreme Court. Hi everybody, this week for the Hungry for History segment, I'm going to be telling you all about the mysterious Nazca lines. I really hope you enjoy. The Nazca lines are large drawings on the ground, and they're called geoglyphs. They are located in southern Peru, and they cover an area of 500 square kilometers. They were an ancient South American culture from about 200 BC to 600 CE. They created most of the lines 2,000 years ago. However, the lines seem to be much older than that, because these lines are generally just plants and animals. They also include monkeys, killer whales, hummingbirds, and lots of different flowers and trees. They are considered one of archaeology's greatest myths because no one knows who made it or how they were made. Some think of them as they were drawn for astronomical purposes, and others believe that the lines were used for religious ceremonies. Even people believe that aliens made them. They were designated as the UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994. Hi everybody, this week for the Persona segment, we're going to be talking about Volodymyr Zelenskyy, who was named 2022 Person of the Year by Times Magazine. I hope you enjoy and learn something new. He's the president of Ukraine, and before that he was an actor and a comedian. He spent decades in the entertainment industry and had no political experience when he ran for president in 2019. However, his stand against corruption as well as his popularity allowed him to win the presidential election. He was born in Ukraine, and at that time Ukraine was a part of the Soviet Union. He grew up speaking Russian, Ukrainian, and English, and he graduated with a law degree in 2000. He actually became interested in theatre while he was still in school, and soon it became his main focus and career. In 2011, he was named the general producer of Ukrainian television, Channel Inter TV. He also starred in The Servant of the People, where he played the role of a teacher who becomes the president. On December 31st, 2018, he announced that he would run for president, and he was elected for the president within the Ukrainian government with 73% vote. He was named the 2022 Person of the Year this year because of his spirit of Ukraine. Hi everybody, this week for the Crazy Culture segment, we're going to be talking about the amazing Statue of Liberty. I hope you enjoy. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to America, and it was in commemoration of the American Revolution. The monument paid tribute to the perseverance and the freedom of the democracy in the US. The statue was disassembled and shipped to the US from France in 350 different species. It required 4 months to put together. The statue's full name is Liberty Enlightening the World. It's a robed female presenting Liberty, the Roman goddess of freedom. It measures 93 meters and weighs 204 metric tons. And it has 7 spikes on the crown representing the 7 continents. Did you know that the statue is made out of copper, and it was originally reddish-brown but turned green over the years? Can you imagine a reddish-brown Statue of Liberty? I really hope you enjoyed. Hi everybody, this week for the Prayer to Career segment, we are interviewing Mrs Deeya Jahajeeah, an amazing person in South Africa studying antiviral properties and soft corals. I hope you learned something new and enjoy. Thank you.
So I'm Deeya Jahajeeah. I'm a PhD student at the University of Mauritius. And for the moment, I'm at Cape Town. I'm doing part of my PhD at ICG. So I'm working on soft corals. Yes, and I've been working on soft corals for some years now. So yes, that's a bit about me.
That's amazing. So you said you're working on soft corals. Can you tell me more about yourself?
Yes. So basically, I'm a marine scientist. So I'm working on soft corals. Everyone knows about hard corals. What are soft corals? Maybe if I ask you what are soft corals, they like, they are just corals, right? But there is a very difference between like the soft corals and the hard corals. So the soft corals are, in fact, like when we see it, you'll think that it's a plant.
Okay.
Yeah, but in fact, it's an animal. Yes.
Wow.
Soft corals are animals. Yeah. So why I'm working on soft corals? Yeah, like there's so much thing I can work on. Then why am I working on soft corals? So the fact is that in Mauritius, no one is actually working on the soft corals around Mauritius Island. You know, like most of the people are interested in the hard corals, the stony corals, but not in the soft corals. But same as there is lots of organism in the marine world, even the soft corals are displayed there. So the soft corals also is like it's part of the reef ecosystem.
Exactly.
They are very beautiful. As you can see, they are very they are very bright. They can be found in lots of ocean floors. Like you can have in shallow waters, in deep sea. You can have them also like in muddy water, like sedimented water or very clear water. Even in hot, like warm water and even cold water. So it's found like everywhere. Okay. And also one of the major advantage of soft coral is that they have compounds. Like they have compounds which can be antiviral. They can have antiviral properties, anti-cancer properties, anti-HIV. So that's what I'm looking at. So part of my PhD is like the identification of the soft corals around Mauritius Island. Like to be so, as we all know, there is coral bleaching around.
Yes.
Ocean acidification, everyone knows about it.
Of course.
Yeah, so bleaching also occurs for the soft corals.
Oh wow.
So if there is bleaching, we might lose some of the soft corals. So it's very important to know which one we have in our waters, before we lose them. So that's part of my work, like identification of all the soft corals around Mauritius. And then I'm also working on the antiviral properties of the soft corals. So one of the, like some recent work has shown that soft corals might have like some properties which is antiviral. So I'm working on different viruses. I'm working on the COVID. See if one soft corals can have some antiviral properties against the COVID virus. And also I'm working on like the HIV and hepatitis. So I hope, let's see if there is something out of here. Out of the soft corals, we can find something. But that's why I'm working on soft corals. Like it's one of the most interesting things. For me, it is very interesting.
The research sounds very interesting. Especially with the pandemic that just occurred.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Everywhere is just about COVID. So let's work about COVID.
That's nice.
That's the work. Yes.
And what do you like the most about what you do?
So basically, like maybe the ocean itself, and also I love to do research work. I can't imagine myself working in an office. Like I will get bored. So I prefer just doing something like I know I see results, like different kind of results, and I love going to dive. So I can see like lots of different organisms, not only my soft corals. I get to see lots of like turtles, lots of fish. Like, you're always like on the move, I can say. That's why I love doing my job like a marine scientist.
Wow, that's amazing. And how did COVID affect what you do?
Well, the main issue what happened is that I didn't get to like go and collect my samples or even go in the lab because there was like lockdown. So this did impact my work. Like I was unable to work, do any research work on my corals or anything. So this did affect my work.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, but of course, I'm sure with all the research, hopefully, you can make up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yes.
And finally, what is your advice to kids?
Advice to kids. Well, the only advice is follow your passion. Do what you
Wow.
want to do. Yeah, just do whatever you want to do. Like, yeah, you do take into consideration what others are saying, but
Mhm.
also do what you really want to do, even if it's in art, science, commerce, or anything. Doing business or anything. Just do something like make your passion your career. You know,
Yeah,
and then you will have to work for this for like so many years. Why not
yeah,
doing
yeah.
something like you really love? Instead of doing something like, oh, what I'm doing, why am I doing this? To just make your passion your career.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time today. It was really nice speaking
Thank
to you.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Uh, it was amazing. And we'll keep in touch with you, and I'll send you the link when we
Yeah,
post it.
yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you so
nice
much. Have a
day.
wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. The European Union ministers decided to allow Croatia to be part of the 26 countries in the Schengen Zone. The Schengen Zone was created in 1985, and it consists of some countries in Europe that can travel and trade freely without any documents or extra work. The European Union accepted Croatia, but they also had to decline Romania and Bulgaria. Some countries like Austria and Netherlands voted against Romania and Bulgaria because of the number of illegal migrants in those countries every year, which is a lot. Croatia is really happy that they got selected to be in those 26 countries, and it will make things much easier for them, according to their minister. Recently, a bridge in Crimea, which is really important, was mysteriously damaged, and now it has been mostly fixed. Although it was supposed to be complete in 2023, and now it seems like it will take much longer. Vladimir Putin also visited the bridge this month on December 5th, and it seems like Russians are going to work really hard for it to be completed without any more setbacks. This bridge was starting to be built just a few years ago, and the Russian media hailed it as the construction of the century. Now, they know that the destruction of this bridge could cause a lot of damage, and the minor destructions even caused the Russians to change a lot of their plans, like having to use a limited ferry service to supply their soldiers. The US has announced that Iran and Russia have a fully fledged defense partnership. This means that they are helping each other, as Iran is providing lethal drones to Russia and Russia is helping Iran in unprecedented military support. It also seems that they're going to be working together to produce more drones like this, which could even be more deadly. The Ukrainians found out that they were working together because Iran had been providing lethal drones since a few months now to Russia. And now Iran has been getting a lot of support from Russia in terms of military. Australia has already arrested a few Iranians because they were smuggling drones to Russia.